Fall is right around the corner, which means football's back, the weather's getting a little colder, pumpkin spice, everything is everywhere, and it's hoodie season, sweater weather. You're gonna be decorating hoodies instead of decorating t-shirts. We have some tips for some things to think about when you go to decorate hoodies. One, first thing to think about is there's a big advantage in the price, the retail price you're gonna sell it for. Where you sold a t-shirt at a lower cost, you might be able to raise your prices and get a better margin by selling a hoodie. So while your volumes might decline from the summer, you can offset that by selling higher value items like a hoodie. When you start decorating a hoodie, there's some things to think about that are different than a t-shirt. First, the thickness. Hoodies can be lightweight like the one I'm wearing. They can be heavyweight like this guy here. And so you want to take that into consideration when you're setting up your press. You want to adjust your pressure to accommodate for the different thickness of the material. So you'll be adjusting pressure more often in this season than you did in the summer when you're decorating thinner t-shirts. You need to adjust your pressure to make sure you're accommodating for the thickness of the t-shirt. When you're thinking about different types of hoodies that you're decorating, the most common are a zip up and the straight pullover without the zipper. And there's some obstacles you want to consider when decorating these items. First, you want to avoid the pockets. When you're placing it, you want to avoid any seams, you want to avoid the extra thickness of the hood, the drawstrings, or if it's a zip up like I'm wearing, you want to avoid that when you're decorating it, which means you want the imprint area of where your graphic is going to be raised, the highest point above everything else. So when you're loading that onto the press, when you're setting it up, you want to make sure that's above all those seams, pockets, zippers, all that stuff, so that you get direct pressure onto the imprint area and direct heat onto that imprint area. So there's a couple things you can think about purchasing and setting up for yourself to make yourself successful when you're decorating hoodies. We went ahead and bought an extra lower platen cover here. So this silicone platen pad, you can get one of these from the manufacturer of your heat press. You can also go on Amazon like we did. We bought one of these. It was a full 20 by 16 pad, and we cut it down to different imprint area sizes. So we have one for a lady's front. We have one for a sleeve that can go inside of a sleeve when we press that, and it helps us raise the imprint area up above all the other areas to make sure we get direct pressure and direct heat exactly where we want it, and those other obstacles don't get in the way and ruin a quality print. When you're trying to create maximum value in selling a hoodie to your customer, think about maximizing the imprint locations. Don't just decorate the full front of the hoodie. Like this guy has a nice imprint area. You might think, well, I'm just going to decorate this front. There are opportunities to create value by adding decoration to other parts of the hoodie. So if it's a zip up like the one I'm wearing, the most common is the left chest here. You can also do the full front, but also the pocket's an option for you to decorate. If you have one without a zipper, you can put a graphic across the pocket. Sometimes we see putting the name of a player on the seam or a team name down the sleeve. When decorating the back of a hoodie, consider how it's going to look when that person's wearing that hoodie with the hood down. So if you're putting a name and number on there, you might want to adjust your placement to be a little bit lower so that the name can be seen below the hood, or you can reverse it, where you put the number in the normal location and you print the name below the number so that it's visible when the athlete is walking around wearing that hoodie. So when you're thinking about decorating hoodies, think about maximizing the value, making it look like a richer, more valuable product by adding multiple print locations to your hoodies. So we got a hoodie here, and we're going to walk through loading this hoodie onto a heat press. You want to work like a screen printer. When you're loading this thing, you're going to work upside down, meaning you take the bottom of the hoodie, you open that thing up, and then you're going to thread it over the lower platen. The reason we're threading it is we want to make sure that our placement gets adjusted so that we try to have the hood and all the seams fall over the edge, and we try to get this pocket out of our way. If it's a large enough hoodie and you have a small enough lower platen, that'll work for you without any adjustments. You may need to purchase an additional silicone pad to raise the imprint area up by inserting that onto your lower platen, raising up your imprint area, making sure that your pocket now falls below that imprint area, so that when you press, you have a nice raised imprint area around your image area, so that this gets all the pressure. So I adjust my pressure on my press to make sure the pressure is firm here. You're getting 50, 60 pounds of PSI, 8 or 9 on a manual machine, or max it out on a manual machine without a digital readout. And make sure that imprint area is raised up so that this seam and this pocket doesn't interfere with your heat and pressure getting to your image area.